So you kind of have this idea of being sovereign and multiple flags and being able to move around the world. But at the same time, when I look through history, it seems like it's a repeating cycle of revolution, freedom, oppression, revolution, freedom, oppression. And you kind of see this over and over and over. And it's almost like this, it's a constant fight between, individualism and collectivism, or today we see it as globalism and centralization. And we're seeing really globalization or centralization is really getting powerful today with the World Economic Forum and Health Organization and Trade Organization, et cetera. And we're seeing Marxism like really just have this resurgent that's like really powerful, and not just in the United States. I think you have spent a lot of time, or you have a place down in Chile, and I know like they're rewriting the Constitution and they've been taken over by Marxists. And so it seems like this globalism, centralization has just really been creeping. Marxism has been taking over even other parts of the world that aren't as developed. Do you see that? Do you agree with that? Or what do you have there?
I think I wouldn't even really call it Marxism anymore. I think what we're starting to see, it's funny because if you read the Communist Manifesto and you read the principles of Marx, it's funny that Marx hated capitalism, but he didn't hate capitalists. He didn't necessarily despise the people. He thought they were misguided, and he thought they were operating under a bad system. But Marx was actually benefited quite significantly from his friends who were capitalists, who were very wealthy people, who kept him around because they thought he was entertaining and a fun guy. So today it's entirely different. Today, this sort of new Marxism, if we want to call it that, is sort of not only do we want to take your property, we want to take your stuff, we want to take your wealth, we want to take your income, but we want to make you out to be a terrible person too. We want to shame you. We want to ridicule you. When we're willing to do whatever it takes, we'll break the law and hack the IRS and publish your, the confidential information of your tax returns and so forth, simply so that we can shame you. And your only crime is being successful, and so this is sort of the level that, and you see this now from very established political leadership. Obviously the squad and all these people that are basically they're not Marxists. They're way beyond Marxism, because Marx would have stopped at saying we want to take your money. Marx would have stopped at setting a high tax rate. But it's more than that. Because they want to shame, they despise Jeff Bezos. They'll still use Amazon. They're probably all Prime members, right? But they hate Jeff Bezos because he's a successful guy, right? And so they despise that and they want to shame him. And they're willing to do, I thought, one of the most ridiculous things that really showed a sign of the times was when it was right after AOC got elected. They went and chased this guy out of New York City when they picked New York for Amazon's HQ2. And they went and chased him out of New York City. It's like, this could have created tens of thousands of jobs, tens of billions of dollars in investment. I mean, it would have been such a huge win for the city of New York, but nope. Now it's a lose-lose now that, Bezos doesn't get it, but New York doesn't get it either. And they're happy with that. They're happy to do value destructive lose-lose deals as opposed to trying to craft win-win deals. That's not Marxism. I mean, Marx would have stepped back and said, well, that's really stupid. I mean, honestly, Marx was not anywhere near as aggressive and angry as these people are today. And honestly, it's a huge difference. But you do see this all over the world, this movement of a very aggressive and ridiculous form of Marxism, where people just they want the government to take care of them, and they want somebody else to pay for it. And the old saying goes, sooner or later you run out of other people's money to spend.